Morning, guys. It's March 3rd, Friday. Uh, if those of you that work Monday through Friday, happy weekend. I hope you guys have a good weekend. So, I'm just do a quick update on my revision. I had it a week ago this past Monday, and everything went fine. I was pain free. And I knew something was wrong on that last surgery because I hadn't felt pain, nothing like that at least, where I couldn't, where I couldn't move or get out of the chair or any of that. And I can't even explain. Anyway, so everything had been going good. Everything was going good. Where she did the surgery was on top of the scrotum, above the area where she needed to replace the pump, or not replace it, but put the pump back in the sac. And she anchored it in that area so it wouldn't come out. And everything been fine until the other day. I took a shower and some of the glue was coming off the incision. And yesterday I went to take a shower and I had yellowish, reddish stains on my underwear. And it was pretty big. And I thought, I haven't felt any wetness through my shorts or anything. It didn't feel wet. And I started examining the scrotum, and about a quarter inch towards my penis, it's open there. And I thought, crap. So that must be body fluid that's coming through. It's not urine. If it was urine, I'd be in trouble because that means the urethra is leaking somewhere. And I don't think that's the case. So anyway, I contacted the doctor and I took pictures and sent them. And because I have a post op Monday, but it was via telephone. And I asked her, does she want me to come in? And she said yes. So I was doing the video just a minute ago, and the office called and confirmed the in-house visit. So I'm redoing it. Anyway, so yeah, it's really weird. But that's a very, it's not an area that gets pulled on or that you have to worry about how much weight you carry or pick up or whatever. But it's an area that's, because the penis lays over, so it's always covered and doesn't have a lot of air to it. So I'm thinking that might take longer to heal there, and it might not be anything, but she might put a steri strip or something there, or tell me just to keep the pads. I've been using an ABD pad on it, and it has soaked the liquid. So, um, also too, coming out of this surgery and the last surgery, I think she semi inflates it because the um, instructions going home says it will be heavy and it's hard. It's not hard all the way, but it's hard, but the ball's hard. And usually if the only time the ball's deflated is if you've got all the liquid in the shaft and the ball's not deflated. So I know all the liquid's not in the shaft because it's only partially hard in a certain area, especially. That being said, I think it puts pressure against the urethra because I've had a hard time milking. And that's what I thought that was at first until I saw the hole in the incision. It's not a big hole, it's just a little slice at the end, like maybe between each suture gathering. Maybe the knot came out. I don't know. But I didn't see anything when the glue came off. It was just glue. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I told my wife no more surgeries. I don't care if this malfunctions or whatever. I'm done. Uh, unless life changes, I've had my shoulder surgery in October, and then I had a colonoscopy in December, a week before I had the first surgery of the pump being replaced, and then I had this surgery, and it feels like I've been on recovery for a long time. And I'm not only that, the weather has been bad here. We've had windstorms. We've had not snore, not snowstorms in my area. I mean, right here we're in the Dust Bowl, but around us, the mountains are covered in snow, and our passes going east and then going south have been closed. So we've had a pretty cold winter, and we needed the rain. California is not out of drought, but it did say a lot of counties are out of drought. Uh, our lakes around us are not full, but they are three-quarters full, which is nice for summer because a lot of people haven't been able to use their boats, and there's sea dews and all that stuff, and that's the big thing around here. Um, that's the one thing where I live is kind of nice because you can drive 2 hours the max any which way, and you hit mountains, beach, lakes, camping, big city. So kind of convenient. Um, Unfortunately, though, we're still a very conservative area. Anyway, so I want to kind of let you know how I'm doing. I want to go into real quick autoimmune for those who suffer from it, those who do yo-yo dieting and get results and then don't get results because emotionally you have a hard time and to see it through, or the dieting isn't good for you. Period. I'm not going to go in selling anything like I did with the John Gabriel method. It helped me through my gender reassignment surgery, and I felt good for a while. But I eventually became pre-diabetic and realized I was just eating too much sugars that way of eating. So I've changed a year ago, last October, transitioned to more of a carnivore diet, high fat, high protein, no carbs. I have cheated. I've never done 30 days straight without a cheat. But I am saying right now I'm on day 18 without a cheat, and that's the furthest I've gone so far. Um, but what I learned through the cheat days is that my body gets inflamed from sugar, and usually my cheat day is because I want a Danish or some coffee. My wife and I have worked really hard outside all day, and that was one of our things. We'd come home or come inside and shower and put some coffee on and have a Danish, to relax and stuff. And it was just a routine. It was something we treated ourselves to. So mentally and emotionally, I was dependent on that. And because I have a sugar addiction, it didn't help. So yeah, I kind of blew it. I blew back up about almost 10 pounds. And now I'm not losing like I was before, but I will tell you this. About 4 weeks ago, I don't know how many of you deal with Hashimoto's, but it's hypothyroidism and it's chronic fatigue. And when I go through my bout, when my body is fighting whatever it is, and it throws my immune system way down and my energy level way down, my body blooms up in inflammation, and I either put on weight or I don't lose any if I'm trying to lose some or whatever, but it affects me really bad, and it affects me emotionally. Those are the times where I'm bloated, and maybe some of you can relate to this. You just feel out of sync, and you feel like you don't care, and so you just go do what you want to do, and you you pleasure yourself by eating something that you really enjoy. Some of you may not be sweets, it might be pizzas and fries and chicken nuggets, but for me it's sweets. And so I do that. I go to that. Well, about 4 weeks ago, I was having a hard time. I took pictures of myself because I'm going to show my endocrinologist. But it was like allergy slash Hashimoto's. And I told my wife, I told Tony, I said, I don't really know if it's actually allergies sometimes the way I feel because the Hashimoto's makes me feel the same way. But I also can't sleep. I'm up through the night. I read. I don't get enough sleep. I've been, excuse me, I've been on a no sleep night 3 nights in a row now, 4 nights. And yeah, it kind of gets to you. I'm over the chronic fatigue part of it. Um, and feeling better. I'm still sticking to my diet. This isn't swollen that I show you. You see how you can see the veins? So my inflammation's not up. That's how you can tell in me. A lot of times the bags in my eyes, or my face will puff up. You can immediately tell when my body's not on the the right path of working condition, that it's being challenged somehow. It's same way with my face. If I try to lie about something, it's just it's very. I'm just one of those people. I. It's not that I want to be a liar, but dadgum, sometimes you need to lie for some reasons. But uh, yeah, so I'm going to meet with my endocrinologist via phone the 1st of April, and I'm going to address my thyroid this time. Testosterone is fine, I think. It was a little high last time, but not much. And I wasn't worried about it. She wasn't worried about it. I reminded her how I go up and down with the testosterone anyway. So I want to see if I could change medication. About 2 years ago, or a year ago, I tried to do the natural hormone, and my body crashed. And within 30 days, I knew immediately that hormone was not kicking in. And I called her and said, I need to get back on the thyroid medicine. But let's see if maybe she puts me try something new, since I've been on this medication for since '99. So yeah, 30 years, 30 plus years, and sometimes your body just kind of gets used to the same thing. I found out through Dr. Barry on YouTube. If you ever want to look at the carnivore diet and the keto diet, he's a medical family practice doctor who talks about it. Him and his wife. His wife has Hashimoto's, and she's couldn't couldn't get pregnant, and then she went to keto, and she's ketovore, she calls herself. So she's more fat protein than she is vegetables, I guess. But she was able to get pregnant. But he gives you some advice about medicines and about symptoms and about lab tests and all that stuff. So if any of you are struggling out there, go to YouTube, look up Dr. Ken Berry, B as in boy, Erry, MD, and you'll find him. And look through some of his videos. He's got tons of them. He started out keto, keto, then went ketovore. I think he's full carnivore now because it works best for him. But I get a lot of my not medical advice, but I get a lot of the information about medicines and labs from him, because he gives you examples, he shows you research on everything he talks about. So it's not just off of his head or because he eats carnivore that he does this, uh, but it is because of how he feels and how his what it's done for his wife that they share their life on YouTube. Same reason why I do. I mean, look, I don't have that many subscribers. I don't have a lot of people that view my videos, but there's just one person that this might touch that's dealing with this kind of stuff that I deal with day in and day out. And if that's just one person, then that's all it means to me. And not only that, is it gives me a chance to share my story, share my ups and downs, and let people know it's okay. You just got to take it one day at a time. I mean, you got to put one foot in front of the other. And as long as you go forward and don't feel victimized and don't feel like, woe is me, uh, and stop walking forward, you'd be okay, because things eventually, the path gets better as you walk. Or if the path doesn't get better and it gets rockier, you learn how to walk through the rocks or over the rocks or around the rocks. So as long as you keep going forward, little gains are better than none. Even staying just emotionally here is better than dropping. And I struggle too, guys. I mean, you're not supposed to weigh yourself, because that's not a sign of how really healthy you are. And for some reason, these last 2 weeks I've been weighing myself every day, and my weight has gone down 2 pounds, it's gone up 2 pounds, it's gone down a half a pound, it's gone up a pound, and I'm not doing anything different every day. So I haven't cheated, I haven't done anything. So uh, you want to ask me what I eat? So basically, in the mornings, I eat either a ribeye or I eat two New York strips. And usually, the reason why I eat two New York strips is because they're small, And I also share my meat with my dogs. I think it's a healthy diet for them. I eat medium rare meat, so it's almost, rare for them. So a raw diet for them. Uh, and then my habit, my sweet habit is about 2 in the afternoon. So that's when I start wanting a snack. And I have snacked on healthy snacks, and there's sometimes I don't even snack. I just drink electrolyte and work through it. And then when my wife comes home from work, I eat with her a steak. If I'm up for a whole steak, if I'm not, then I eat something small. I might, I haven't, I've taken eggs out of my diet. I only eat butter and steaks right now because eggs tend to do something to my stomach right now. And I don't have a gallbladder. So uh, this is an elimination diet, and then eventually, if you want to, you can add like eggs. Then you can add some dairy if you want, that kind of stuff. I tried eating a taco bowl with just taco meat and cheese and some sour cream, and I bloated really bad, the sour cream. So I know I can't do dairy, and when I do dairy, I bloat up. So those are the things that I know about myself. So I mean, this Dr. Barry has a carnivore 101 and a keto 101. Check it out because if you got autoimmune diseases, there are thousands of people who have reversed their Hashimoto's and their autoimmune diseases have been in remission through this diet. Now I know that they say it on the other diet because I followed the other diet too and I like the other diet, but I do realize that when they told me I was pre-diabetic, that shut that down real fast, and so I had to regroup and decide what I was going to do. And this is what I've decided. So I'm going to give this a shot for 30 days straight, see how I feel, and if I could feel like I can go on with another 30 days without adding anything or have a cheat day, because he tells you if you have a cheat day, jump back on the wagon the next day. Don't don't beat yourself up emotionally over. And for me, though, over the holidays, it was one cheat day, then two, then three. And yeah, once I get the sugar in my system, I'm like a smoker. I got to keep the cigarettes going. Every time someone lights up, I got to have one. So anytime someone had sweet, I had to have it. But I'm okay now. I'm on the right track. Anyway, so I will do a video a little bit later after I meet with both doctors and give an update probably uh, if I decide to give an update for this one, it'll be middle March or something like that. But if I wait for the other doctor, it'll be April, unless I got something to say. And usually I always have something to say. But anyway, guys, take it one day at a time. Always make your journey as easy as possible.